What's going on, guys? It's me, Tim, and I bet you're probably wondering, where the hell am I? Well, I'm actually at the photo cookout in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and I'm in my hotel room. And you know, it's one of those things that's kind of like really great to kind of do and to kind of see is like when you get to spend some time with creatives, especially because so many of us have been locked down for so long with the whole COVID-19 thing happening in America. Now I know you're probably like, well, Tim, why are you meeting in a large group? It's COVID-19 and all that other stuff, which there is, but we are taking every safety precaution that we can. We are social distancing. We are not getting in groups larger than 10. It's really been an awesome experience. I'm giving a talk tomorrow at 2:30. You probably will see this video after the fact, but this video isn't really to talk about the cookout. This video is really to talk about a camera bag. Let me see, oh, here it is. The Peak Design Everyday Messenger Bag 15 that I actually just recently bought. Now, I've had the original Peak Design bag from way back in the day when they did the Kickstarter, and Peak Design has released a bunch of brand new bags. This is not one of them, actually, early in 2020, and they're great bags. But one of the things that they did not come out with was a 15-inch messenger bag that you could fit like a 15-inch MacBook Pro, or it also fits a 16-inch MacBook Pro. So I actually went back and was going to buy the same bag that I had since probably 2017 or 2016, the Peak Design Everyday Messenger Bag, but I realized that they actually did come out with a version 2 in 2018, late 2017. So this is actually the bag I bought. Now, they look almost identical to each other, and to be honest with you, they kinda almost are, but this is like hands down the best camera messenger bag I've ever owned. Now, I have owned so many bags, like Ona bags, Encase bags, Think Tank bags, but Peak Design makes hands down some of the best photography products out there. Now, I want to go over very briefly why I love this bag so much. One, this thing has got like the little mag latch that you can kind of tamper down. That's pretty awesome. The thing that I don't like about the bag that they released recently is it's only 13 inches, and I couldn't quite fit my laptop in it because I have a 16-inch MacBook Pro, and I also did not like the fact that the bag would not stay up on its own. Like when you would set it down, it would just kind of topple over. And also, I'm a film shooter, as a lot of you know, so I shoot medium format cameras, and I'm currently shooting the Contax 645. I will be doing a full review on this camera sometime in the near future, but it's my hands down go-to camera, and putting it into that 13-inch bag really meant that I could fit nothing else in it. So at the cookout, I'm actually doing portraits and headshots. Some of my friends who I haven't seen in a long time on this camera, because I love it. It's probably my favorite medium format camera outside of my Mamiya 7, which I will also be doing a review, so be on the lookout for that. So I'm able to fit this kind of comfortably into the bag. So that's one of the things that I have in it. It's part of the reason why I bought this bag. The other thing that I have in this bag, I don't try not to shoot a ton of digital, but I do have my Leica M240 with the Voigtlander 40mm 1.4. 40mm is hands down my favorite focal length. So I have that on here, which is also in my bag. I've got some extra batteries. I have my light meter. I always meter with a light meter, regardless if I'm shooting digital or if I'm shooting film. It's a habit that I've gotten into. Although, you know, like both of these cameras have great light meters. I just don't quite trust it. So I always like to, like, you know, what is that saying? Like, measure twice, cut once kind of thing. So I always want to make sure that the images that I'm shooting are exactly what I'm shooting. The other thing that I have in here is a bag of medium format and 35mm film. I have my Canon 1V that's actually in my Pelican case that I also brought with me, as well as my Mamiya 7. So I've got a bag of film in here. It's about 50 rolls. I do also have my GoPro. I'm going to shoot some video a little bit later today, tomorrow. Some batteries for the Canon camera that I'm filming on, my Canon EOS R. And one of the things that I love about this bag is, like, I know this was unzipped when I opened it, but you can unzip it and kind of pull it all the way out, and you can kind of see a bunch of stuff in here. They have like these little pouches that have like stitching on it. So the black you can have like your fresh batteries in, and the red stitching on it, you will see those are like your used batteries that you can kind of put in it as well. But one of my favorite features about the version 2 bag isn't so much the bag itself of having to unlatch it. This is probably my favorite feature about this particular bag, which Peak Design got rid of. But please, Peak Design in the 13-inch bag, or if you're going to make a new 15-inch bag, please bring this feature back, because it is an amazing kick-ass feature. Is you've got this up here, and they have this, I don't know if you can see it, to where you can just unzip the top of the bag and get right into the things that you have in it. So when I'm shooting, I don't have to open up the bag all the way. I can just pull out my contacts and begin shooting with it. And then I can kind of just put it back in there, zip it up, and the bag is closed. Now on version 2 of the 15-inch messenger bag, they did, which they don't have in the version 1 of this bag, it has the luggage pass-through. So I can kind of just put this onto my Pelican and just roll them both at the same time, which is a super, super, super dope feature. I do also have the Peak Design clip here that allows me to kind of detach and attach my Leica whenever I want to shoot it. Or I actually have this set up to go with my GoPro, so that way I can have my GoPro recording while it is kind of wrapped around my shoulder, and I can kind of get footage of me just kind of walking around doing the stuff that I'm doing as I'm shooting. The other really cool thing that is kind of dope here is I've got my cookout notebook that came for this conference, so you can take notes of all the other speakers. Is they have like this felt lining where you can put like your backpack, and not your backpack, I'm talking foolish here. You can put your laptop in, and it also has a space where you can put your iPad. So I have an iPad Pro and a 16-inch MacBook Pro, so I can kind of put these in here. And I love the fact that it's in a separate pocket. And what they did in the 13-inch version of the version 2 of the messenger bag was it's inside the compartment that you keep your lenses in. And for me, I would just prefer for them to be separate instead of together. So that way I know exactly what part I'm getting into and what part I'm not. This is probably hands down like my favorite bag. I used to love back when I didn't have as much gear that I was logging around, the Aria Macropolis N-Case sling bag. That's a great bag. I still love that, but if you're carrying like a mirrorless camera or something like the Fuji X70 or the X100 series cameras, or you had like the XT1 or X Pro 1 and a couple of lenses, that would be a great camera bag for you to log around as well, haul around as well. So pretty much what I'm gonna do while I'm here, this is a very brief overview of this bag, and I just bought it because my old bag just had seen some better days. The other thing is, like, I've had that bag for probably 4 years. The padding was just kind of a little worn out. It was just a little rough. So one of the other really kind of cool features in this, I'm gonna kind of take out my camera here out of these bags. You can kind of see here is that, like, if you have like a lens or something, you can kind of separate them. You can put, like, fold this thing down here, and it's like a little cubby hole for like another lens or something, where you can create additional storage inside this bag. And it also has this little pouch here. I used to put like my exposed film here, but once I shot a wedding and I started putting my film here, and then I started just dropping it into the bag, and I mailed the film out, and like 3 weeks later I found like 5 rolls that I never had developed for a wedding that I had already delivered. So I actually kind of stopped doing that. But if you're coming up with like a system or something inside your bag, you can really kind of come up with some really neat ways, because this bag has so many neat compartments and so many unique things about it. Yeah, so you can probably see some of the other stuff I have in here. It's my light meter that I keep in my bag all the time. Some rolls of film that I've shot today. But yeah, guys, this overall is a great bag. It's just a very brief over-review. There's tons of other videos out there, but if you're a film shooter like me, or a hybrid shooter, and you're looking for a bag that you can kind of get in and out of pretty easily, I cannot recommend highly enough this bag. So I would recommend you guys buying it. Hey, I just want to say, hey, thank you so much. If you like this video, please hit that subscribe button, or give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. Hey, I just want to give huge thanks to my Colvin for having me for the photo cookout and having me present. And you can watch my presentation and other presentations online. I'll put the link in the show notes here. Thanks so much, guys. I'm sorry, I'm just kind of rambling here, but I appreciate you taking the time to look at this review. The Peak Design Everyday Messenger Bag version 2, released in 2018. Definitely 2 thumbs up. Definitely recommend it. Hope you guys have a good day. Oh yeah, by the way, I need to thank my sponsor, Coyote Provision. If you like this video, you can go to coyoteprovisions.com and you can get 15% off your order by putting in the code TIM15 at checkout. Thanks so much, Coyote Provisions, for sponsoring this video. I appreciate you guys. Take care. Peace. I'm out. I'm about to go down and shoot some more photographs. Take care, guys.